for so long. You're shy to say going on. I just want to tell you what I'm feeling. What's up, y'all? How you doing? Good, because I wanted to know. Goes on. Anyway, I want to talk about Gemini so I can get it out the way, honestly, because I tried doing this like 3-4 times already and it just hasn't worked out. So here I am again. Which makes perfect sense for Gemini, right? Because Gemini is like multiplicity, you know? And I was like, how many times do I gotta do this? All the times. You gotta do this all the times. As many times. Anyway, Gemini is an air sign. She or he is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury can be very androgynous. It's like masculine and feminine. Gemini is an air sign, so it is masculine and feminine. It's also mutable, which means they're changeable. They're in the part of the year where the seasons are changing, and that's for all the signs, like Pisces and Virgo and Gemini and Sagittarius. They're all changeable. That means like the seasons are changing, you know, when in that specific time. Yeah. So Geminis are very, very lighthearted. They're very airy. They're very cerebral. They like to communicate, and they're fun. They are fun people. Sometimes they can be a little bit superficial if they're not very matured and have like any sort of emotional depth. I'm not coming for you, Gemini. It's all love, but it's the truth. If they aren't very matured, or maybe don't even have water in their chart, it's very possible. But it's very possible that you do, because it's right next to Cancer, and Mercury and Venus move close to the Sun. So if your sun sign is in Gemini, you very well may have a planet or two in Cancer. But if that's not the case, they can be a little bit superficial, and yeah, just very up here because they're an air sign. They're the first air sign, so they can be pretty cerebral, like I said. But of course, fine-tunement comes with maturity and stuff like that. But anyway, they're like the social butterflies of the zodiac. They are all about communication, and they rule, like, I believe, the lungs and the hands, because hands are also another form of communication. You know, people talk out with their hands. So Geminis, they're all about multiplicity and many interests. They have many interests. They can be interested in this and interested in that. All at the same time, they love learning. They love to learn all the details. And their minds kind of work like I always say this is how I describe a Gemini's mind. Like a kaleidoscope. You know, you look through the kaleidoscope, right? And you change it, you turn it, and just all these changing patterns and colors and stuff like that. That's how I believe a Gemini's mind works. They're I was gonna say they're beautiful people, but I say that about all the zodiac signs. But they are beautiful people. What else about Gemini? What else do you need to know? They talk a lot. They communicate with their hands. They rule like the hands and like the lungs, and I'm not gonna say throat because I believe that's Taurus. So what else? They like to communicate. They're very social. They're very intelligent. They're like the learners. They're like the students for life sign. They love to learn all the things. And there's probably a good chance that they're like in school, like in college and stuff like that, and going to get like their bachelors. You know, they're like those type. But if not, that's okay. It doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. Everybody's different, but Gemini is just the learner like that. They love to learn, you know, like that. Very smart, intelligent people. I believe Geminis can kind of like fit their mind to fit yours, you know. They're mutable, so their personalities can change. They're not two-faced. Everybody associates Gemini with being two-faced because they're associated with the twins, but they're not. They're not two-faced. They're just changeable, like Sagittarius, Pisces, and Virgo. Except Gemini is associated with the twins, so everybody thinks that Gemini is two-faced, but they're not. They're just changeable. And like I said, their minds can kind of turn to kind of fit yours, so they can kind of see where you're at mentally. So they might just be reflecting your shit. So take a look at yourself first before you call somebody else two-faced. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But yes, so they have changeable personalities, but just like those other signs. And like I said, they can kind of, I believe, turn that little kaleidoscope lens of a mind that they have to fit yours, so they can see like where you're at and kind of fit your personality and stuff like that too. So I think that's like their superpower. I think that's really cool about Gemini. I feel like I was gonna say something. I feel like I was getting onto a point, but I forgot. I left out my food on the stove and I forgot. What was it? I think this just might be the video. I'm just gonna upload this one and call it a day. Yeah. What was that? You know what I'm talking about? They're changeable, and their minds kind of fit like into. They can kind of like fit their minds to like fit yours and like see where you're at. But they're not two-faced. Oh, duality. Geminis represent duality. Both masculine, feminine, because they're the twins, right? You got one day, one night. And we know that's duality. Light and dark, masculine, feminine, good, bad, left, right, whatever. Geminis represent duality, and they represent duality, being able to exist in one form, being able to coexist together, because you can't have one without the other, right? Can I get an amen? Amen. That's Gemini. And they're ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is like the messenger, the communicator, but it's also very androgynous. If you look at Geminis, find the Gemini who's not afraid to express himself. And I'm gonna just guarantee you that they have very androgynous, masculine and feminine personality traits that they fluctuate back and forth, you know, between. Okay, that's Gemini. You're welcome.